This is the day that we're going to get this CFT intake pipe to actually fit on the 23 LZ0 Duramax diesel. And I've had a lot of issues installing this, and I've spoke with the owner, and it's all just a user error. But I'm going to go over this pipe right here and show you the issues that I had on installing this and why it didn't meet my expectations. And then I also have a fix, which I think this is going to correct the issue right here. And if it does, if everything fits on this truck right here in factory form, boom, we'll be happy. And then we'll go to this K&N intake, swap that in there, and we'll have the ultimate package, what I believe is the ultimate package. Let's get to it. This won't be a full how-to video, so we're just going to go over what we're going to take off. I'm going to leave the air box on. Actually, I'm going to take off the lid to get off the pipe in the back right there. And then I'm going to have to unbolt the surge tank right there. And we'll be able to get the pipe squeezed in there. Wham, bam, let's do this. With it opened up back here, now that the pipe is on the ground, I'm going to take the CFT pipe, which is a very nice sparkly orange. I'm going to put the boot on there. I'm going to slip that on there, and we're not going to slip this one on because per the instructions, you want to have this on the airbox lid, but I'm not going to do that. What we're going to do is install that orange pipe real quick because I want to see something. All right, pipe is in place. Now, it's not tight back there obviously, but it's loose enough to where that we can go. What is this angle? That's where I have the issue, and that's why they want you to put this boot on first. See, so what you do is you put this boot on, one-handed. See, so the boot is on, and so now they want you to squeeze this pipe onto there. You know, like, look at the angles. Now I did just pop it off back there, so let me fix that. Then we'll try to go back to this. Okay, pipe is in place, right? So this is where you can make it fit. But look at that. Is that acceptable to you? It's not to me. So we can make it fit by just getting this to go over and then clamp it down. But look at the angles. And this is where I thought I could fix poor engineering, but since I'm not a good engineer myself, I can't fix this. This was what I thought was going to work. This is an Amazon boot, 45-degree angle. We got 3-inch to 4-inch, just like that is 3-inch to 4-inch. I mean, I guess you probably could get this to work better than the straight one, but I'm not going to do that. Here, if somebody has a pipe, this is what I bought. I'll link it down below. So if somebody bought a pipe, then yeah, that's an option. But this is where I'm just not happy with this. I do have the S&B pipe sitting over there. We're going to put the S&B pipe on there because we know that works. The other issue with this is it's hitting the top right there near the firewall, and that's going to cause a vibration. There's really nothing holding this in place. The angles are all off. Not acceptable to me. S&B pipe is acceptable to me. Let's put that on with the K&N airbox. Let's go. Here's the overlay of the CFT on the factory one. You can see the angles are different right there. Now let me move the boot so we can see how it was supposed to be installed. There we go. Got it lined up just as we would if it were on the truck, slipping it into place. And here's where I have the issue. So the airflow is going to fly into there and hit that. It's a wall. It's not flowing really well. It's not fitting extremely well. Yeah, you can put a clamp on that. Nobody's going to know. But I do. And that's not the quality I'm looking for. So let's move on to the S&B pipe. The S&B pipe here is absolutely the one that we want to go with because it retains the factory style grommet there. That's going to lock that into place so you don't have the vibration. And it's got a nice arcing flow to it, and it lines up properly so you can use the PPE elbow with it, or you can use the factory one. In my case, we're going to be using this guy, the K&N, with just a straight one. This is all going to fit. I promise. It's going to fit. It's going to sound good. It's going to look good. Let's do this. I can immediately see how this makes that big of a difference because this pipe pulls inward So that's going to allow the 90-degree sweep of the PPE pipe to go into the box. That's proper. We're not going to hook up the 90-degree PPE pipe because I'm just going to jump into swapping the K&N complete intake assembly. I took off the still and scoop right here so I can take off this panel or that piece, that duct, so that way I can get to the airbox. But I'm going to go ahead and let you in on a little thing that I'm working on, okay? So inside here, that's my transmission cooler. That's the PP transmission cooler. I was getting 210 degrees on normal daily driving in 30-degree weather. I put that cooler on there, and now I get 199 no matter what I'm doing. Okay, so that's a little different from my previous trucks. So there has to be a change somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off these two shutters right there. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I believe that those are staying closed longer and therefore not allowing the airflow to go through right there. So if that changes my transcooler temp, then we know that's what it is. If that doesn't change it, then we can assume that there was a change to the bypass valve that's below, that's temperature controlled, and maybe it's a little bit hotter now. Or maybe my truck just runs hotter transmission temp wise. Either way, I'm going to pull those two off right there. That's my little secret to you for a future video. Here's the final product right there. Look at how clean this looks now. That is the airbox to have, I believe. If you don't like that this is open mesh right there, you can get the air raid version. All the links will be down below in the description. So if you're interested in looking at these, feel free to click on one of those. But check out how well it flows around the back and in. That is good flow. That is good alignment right there. And if you're wondering, if you've followed the channel for a while, you know that my first K&N airbox did not fit very well. Shout out to K&N, sent me a brand new one. This thing fits absolutely perfect. Everything fits I had to drill these out just a little bit just to make this top bracket fit. But other than that, this thing, I am ecstatic about it. I love the sounds from it. I've run this before. I did get better fuel economy when I was just cruising versus every other setup I've ever had. Normal daily driving, stop and go, a little bit worse fuel mileage. Better sounds though. In fact, let's go take this thing for a spin. One last thing before we go for a drive. You're wondering why I'm not using the S&B airbox on this. I know it, I can feel it. And watch the video at the end and that'll explain why I'm not running that. Just so you're aware, here's how we're going to be testing the sound. So the GoPro camera is set up to be the microphone in the back. And I'm going to start this up. Driving test sound function, here's what we're going to do. We will have the GoPro on there. Again, the microphone is set to the rear. That way we don't have any wind noise. Let's go for a drive so you can hear it.